Jason, Jeff Jackson is in charge here, and now Connor McDavid's Erie coach is the NHL coach. So is this a kind of like a LeBron James situation where he's kind of running the team?
I know it looks that way, and it's fair to question that, right? The Jeff Jackson one, you wondered why. Now, Jeff Jackson, former NHL player, former NHL assistant GM, like he's been in all facets of the game. So I think as the CEO, he understands he can see every element. Like when you run a company, the best guys aren't the ones who just, their dad gives them the company. They start at the bottom and work their way up and learn all about it. Well, Jeff Jackson's played as a player. He's done a lot of different jobs in the NHL, both on management side and then the other. So I think, it made sense in that regard. I don't expect him to be the GM when Ken Holland leaves. If he does, then we got a bigger problem, because to me, that would be a little bit of a head scratcher. The Knobloch hiring, he did coach Connor McDavid, but that's like he started with Connor McDavid 11 years ago, right? And Knobloch said him and Connor, we've exchanged the odd text here the last few years, but you guys talk to a lot of NHL players. Ask them how many times they talked to their junior coach from 8 years ago. He knows him, but I would like to think that they weren't like, well, let's find any coach who's coached Connor. Knobloch was pretty highly sought after. I know he's been a finalist in other coaching jobs, so he's not the one here that's kind of a head scratcher. It's more that Paul Coffey's an assistant coach. That's the one. He's an advisor to the owner, guys. There's no one I've ever seen as an advisor to the owner, and he's an assistant coach. I don't believe he's going to be the assistant coach long term. I think he's come in here as a little bit of a mess. Okay, hey, we're going to try to help Knobloch be successful. There's not going to be any players trying to influence a rookie head coach here. And I think maybe that's what Coffey's here. Now, Coffey, like Marty St. Louis, yes, he doesn't have NHL coaching experience, but the guy's a Hall of Famer. He's smart. He knows the game. I think he can help calm things down maybe, but that's the one that's a little bit more odd, because you look at the dynamics of the organization. Guys, I don't look at every team. I've covered the league for a long time. I can never remember an advisor to the owner also being an assistant coach.